Welcome, 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 Cacaoistas. I'm Sorrel, plant spirit medicine woman, and I'm here today to guide you on a journey to meet the spirit of dragon. Now, those of you who have journeyed before might notice in my voice that I am a little croaky. I have just been recovering from laryngitis, and my voice is not fully recovered yet. So I hope that my voice will last the whole ceremony really fully for you to guide you. And apologies if I crackle a little bit or even cough a little bit today, but we really want to do this journey. It's the beginning of the new year for the Chinese calendar, which is the year of the dragon, and it's the wood dragon. And so this is why I wanted to facilitate this journey with you. I thought it might be helpful for us all to tune into what this year might bring us, what dragon energy might bring us all collectively. So I'll guide you through that in a little bit. First of all, I want us to prepare for our cacao ceremony together. So those of you who are sharing cacao with me today, hopefully you have already prepared your cacao. If you haven't already drunk your cacao, then what we will be doing is calling in the sacred directions with our cacao and using our cacao as an offering to each of the 7 directions, so that we're held in sacred space and we have honoured those directions appropriately for cacao ceremony. If you are ready to begin, we will cleanse our energy field together. And we'll do that with our hands and with energy rather than using smoke and smudge, because not all of you may have smoke and smudge. And this is a beautiful way for us all to collectively cleanse our energy. And I do this practice every single day, first thing in the morning when I wake up as well. So we'll cleanse our energy field, then we'll call in the 7 directions. Then if you are drinking your cacao for a few minutes, I will guide you through the story that I'll be carrying you through to get you to meet the spirit of dragon. It's going to be a shamanic journey, and we're going to be journeying into the lower realm to connect with this mythical being. So let's begin first of all by cleansing our energy field. I'm going to stand up to do this with you today. Just move my little chair out the way. And so if we stand up and we hold our hands in front of our heart, then we can connect to the energy of our heart. Our heart is a portal for love and light, and we all want to be bringing in more love and light into this world and sharing it with everyone, sharing it with the universe to raise the vibration of the planet. So as we're cleansing ourselves, we're also raising the vibration of everything and everyone around us. So let's do that together. Let's hold our hands in front of our hearts. Imagine that your heart is opening up like a portal, like a door. And then energy, the love, the light is pouring out of your heart. There's an infinite amount of love and light within us that we can access. So let's gather it between our hands. I like to do almost prayer position, but a little bit cupped. And then we gather the love and light and we carry it up over the top of our heads and we open up to the universe. And we share our love and light with the universe. And now we bring it down through our energy field. So all the way around the energy field, all the way down to the ground. So we're cleansing the outside of our energy field first. We give that energy to Mama Earth, thanking Mama for taking it off us. Just releasing the last little bits, shaking hands, shaking feet if you choose to as well. I like to do that to feel like I've completed the process. Now we kind of come back to our heart and we're going to do the next layer, which is between the outer layer of our energy field and our skin. This is the emotional layer. And in this layer, we can cleanse any irritations, anything which has been bothering us. So let's do that together now. Let's awaken the heart chakra, calling out love and light into our hands, filling that love and light into our hands. We carry it over our heads. We open up to the universe, sharing our love and light with the universe. The universe shares its love and light with us. And then we bring that energy all the way through the emotional layer of the energy field, giving it all the way down to the ground. Thank you, Mama Earth, for taking that energy away from us. She composts that energy like it's a little bit of carbon that she can turn into a diamond. She'll turn it into something magical. Coming back to the heart, gathering love and light from our heart space, We scoop that love and light up over the top of our heads, opening up to the universe. We share our love and light with the universe, and the universe shares its love and light with us. And then we're going to bring it through the last layer, the physical layer. So let's do that together now. Bringing it all the way down through the physical layer. Now this energy cleanse is something that was taught to me by Cacao Shamans from the high Andes. And it serves me every day. And I am continually grateful for the teachings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of the work that we're going to do for our ceremony is based on the Mayan traditions. These are the people that come from the Central and Southern Americas, and these are my main teachers of cacao ceremony practices as well. So to work with the cacao ceremonial traditions, we now take our cup of cacao. Now I've had some cacao already. I now have a big cup of lemon, ginger, thyme and honey tea. That's my recipe to help my throat stay open and being able to communicate with you and stop the coughs as well. So if any of you, I know there's a lot of bugs around at the moment, so that's my favourite recipe of the day to share with you as well. And perhaps you would like to enjoy that too at some point. But for now, we're going to call in the directions either with your cup of tea or your cacao, or you can just connect to the directions intentionally, okay? Now, I'm going to begin in the east. This is not the tradition. I'm breaking the rules already. This is not the tradition of the Mayans. They prefer to begin in the south. But for me, it all begins in the east where the sun rises. And that's okay. We can change the rules as long as we remember to include everybody. Then we are 100% shield, 100% protected. It's a little bit like tuning in the radio, in that when you tune it into one radio station, you won't be able to hear all the other radio stations. So what we're saying to the spiritual realm is that I only want to tune in to the energies that are for my highest good, that are here to protect me, to heal me, to guide me on my highest path. So let's begin now. First of all, we're going to turn to the east if you know where the sun rises, but don't worry if you don't. Just tune in, calling in the east energy. So I'm going to have to turn my back to you for this one moment while I turn to the east. Beloved spirits of the east, we welcome you. We welcome the dawn, the rising sun, the new day. We welcome the fire energy, and we welcome dragons to our ceremony today. Please help us to fly high and see with your dragon eyes. Like the condor and eagle, we also welcome you to our ceremony today, and we share our cacao with you. We welcome you. Aho. Connecting in with our friends in the south. We welcome the water, the flow of life, the day and the warmth of the noon sun. We welcome Snake, who teaches us to shed the past the way that she sheds her skin. We welcome you, and we welcome you and share our cacao or our cup of tea with you too. Okay, now we're checking in and calling our friends in the west. Beloved spirits of the west, we welcome you. We welcome the dusk and the setting sun. We welcome the earth and the fertility of life. We welcome Jaguar. And I feel like there's some dragon energy here too, maybe because this is a place where we often connect with the caves and the bear going into the cave, because this is hibernation time when we connect in with the west. It's where we start to go within. And actually this year, the year of the wood dragon, is a year to release and to go within and look at new seeds which we want to grow for the future. And so we welcome you, all the beings of the West, with our cacao, with our tea. Thank you for joining us in ceremony. Oh. Now we're going to connect in with the North. We welcome in the spirits of the North, the night, the bright moon shining, the air, the clarity of thought. We welcome our ancestors, those who have passed before us and those who are yet to be born. And we welcome Hummingbird, who teaches us to trust the path that we're on. Even if we don't know where we're going, what's coming next, thank you for helping us to trust that we will come home to the dreams that we're daring to dream, and to only accept the best in our lives. We welcome you. Oh. Now we want to connect in with the earth beneath our feet. So I'm going to drop down and I'm going to touch the ground. As I'm touching the ground, I'm humbling myself and remembering my place on earth. That we are not here to dominate and rule. We are here to nurture and garden and help all of nature be in harmony. And so we welcome in Mama Earth, and we welcome all our earth relations, the plant people, the stone people. We want to welcome in The animals, furry, feathered and finned, creepy, crawly, slithery, slimy. We want to welcome in the mushrooms. I want to welcome in the friendly bacteria today, and I'm not going to welcome in the viruses. I don't want any more viruses in my circle today. Thank you very much. All the visible and the invisible, the mythical beings, especially our dragon friends, join us in ceremony today. We want to share our cacao and our tea with you. Oh! Now we want to connect up with the sky and all the beings of the cosmos. First of all, let's share our cacao and our tea with Father Sky. Thank you for joining us. We thank you for the breath of life, the winds of change, the blue skies and the grey. We thank you for protecting us from the void of space. We share our cacao and tea with you. Oh. Connecting in with Grandmother Moon and Grandfather Sun and the star nations, all of the cosmic realm relations, we welcome you and share our cacao with you. And finally, with your hand on your heart, we connect in to Great Spirit. Great Spirit is the creative force that flows through all of life. We welcome you. Please help us to connect into the matrix today and into the mythical beings that are known as dragons. Please help us to connect with the dragons that are meaningful to us at this time on our journey, so that we can learn, so that we can heal, so that we can be the best versions of ourselves. Thank you. We welcome you. Oh. Now, if you'd like to start drinking, you can. If you've already drunk, then just get yourself settled while I tell you the story. So we're going to go on a journey into the lower realm. The lower realm is also considered the inner realm, our subconscious, our imagination. So there are three main levels. This level is middle realm, where we exist every day, live our normal lives. When we go into the lower realm, we're accessing, through our imagination, the inner realm, our subconscious, and there we find the landscape fairly unspoilt. I don't usually journey there and find big buildings and concrete roads. What I tend to find there is natural beings, but also mythical beings. So this is where you might meet plant spirits or animal spirits or dragon spirits. So we're going to journey there today to connect with a dragon spirit. When we are connecting, I want you to ask for your personal dragon spirit that's right for your journey to come through. The reason I suggest this is when I first started journeying around the dragon story to prepare for this event today, I wanted to tune into the wood dragon, which represents the energy of this specific year that we're tuning into, 2024. At the time of recording. Now, of course, if you are doing this at another time, it's absolutely fine. You can still tune into the spirit of dragon and learn a lot from them. Just to give it some context, that's where we are on the calendar at the moment. And so as we are tuning into wood dragon energy, I went on the journey and I was looking around for wood dragon, and wood dragon was very aloof. Wood dragon did not want to speak to me whatsoever. Wood dragon gave me about 2 or 3 sentences and then they were off. And I could not connect with them at all. And that gave me a feeling of frustration, a feeling of lack, like I wasn't doing it right. And we can all go through these phases of feeling like we're not doing it right. But usually it's because we're not asking the right questions and we're not relaxing enough and allowing the information to flow through. So even though I've been doing this work almost 30 years, I can still get caught with those feelings and emotions tied into a story and a journey that I'm following. Then I started exploring the story of dragons in a little bit more of an open-hearted way and just inviting any dragon to come at all. And as I've been journeying over a couple of weeks now with dragons every day, there are 3 main dragons that keep coming through for me. One is a black dragon, and the black dragon was teaching me about going within, nurturing myself, eating good food, taking care of myself. And it's particularly appropriate because I've come down with this virus, which has affected my throat. And it's meant that I've had to go within, verbally as well. I've not been able to speak for 4 days in a row during this period of having this virus. And Black Dragon was with me every day. The other 2 dragons that have come through for me were the Air Dragon, which is all about communication, using your voice. Again, quite interesting considering I lost my voice. And speaking with authenticity, speaking our truth. So I've really been focusing my awareness on, am I speaking my truth? The last dragon that came through that I wanted to share with you was the pink rose dragon. Now this is a dragon that connects us to our heart, perfect for Cacao Ceremony, because each day I've been doing a journey with a little cacao. Not a huge dose, not like a ceremonial dose, because a daily dose is more like 20 grams for me. But I still get really good experiences when I journey with or without cacao anyway. This rose pink dragon came through and was teaching me to remember to speak with love. So yes, it's good to speak with truth, but also it's good to be kind with your words, and they balance each other out. And so these three dragons have been weaving their magic for me, helping me heal, helping remember to take care of myself. Also, Pink Dragon was teaching me about self-love, remembering to give yourself love, take care of yourself as well as others, because typically as a therapist, I am taking care of others the majority of my time. So it's good to remember to take care of me too, so I don't completely lose everything, all my energy to giving it away. So I wonder what kind of dragons you're going to meet today. It might be that you meet one of the dragons that I've talked to you about. Maybe you want to go and explore the dragon of the year, but call in your personal dragon if you feel that you could get more from it, and I'd encourage you to do that today. The other element that I want to describe to you is how we do our journey. I will be guiding you with the help of my beautiful gongs, and the gongs help you to relax your left brain, which is the chattery brain that's constantly waffling on and telling you what you've got to do tomorrow, and what's on your list of work, and what's on the shopping list, and what you need to think about from yesterday, what you need to review, reflect on. But it just chats away, witters on. Your right brain is your imagination. Your right brain can tune in to the mythical stories. It's your shamanic brain. So we want that left brain to be taken up through the sounds of the gongs. They'll be listening to the gongs, trying to dissect and analyze what the gongs are up to, while the right brain can awaken and we can start to use our imagination with more power, with more clarity. So as we're tuning into our right brain with the sounds of the gongs guiding us, I'll be encouraging you to visualize with me. But whenever I say visualize, I mean sense. You might sense things in a physical way, in a kinesthetic or somatic way. You might have a sense of knowing, like the story is unfolding within your imagination, but not visually, in another way. You might even have voices coming in and giving you words. So follow it in whichever way works for you. Each of these ways is completely perfect. Most of us aren't actually visual, and it's beautiful when you do get visualizations, but don't worry if you don't. The majority of the time, I am not a very visual person, but I still get a lot from this work. So when we are journeying, I want us to imagine that we are leaving our body. I will guide you through a visualization process where we imagine a little white light in the center of our forehead, expanding out and then contracting back again. And then like a little fairy, it can go on a journey for us. It leaves our body through the crown chakra, flies to a place in nature, lands in that place in nature, and then in that place in nature, it can dive down through a hole, through a cave, through a pool of water, through a door in a tree, like a little fairy door. And we're going to go down and round, a little bit like Alice in Wonderland, falling down that rabbit hole until we come out into the mythical landscape of our inner realm or the lower realm. When we get there, I want you to immediately call for dragon spirit. And when you get to meet your dragon spirit, start to connect with it, start to get to know it, dance with it, play with it, fly with it. Maybe it'll take you on a journey within the journey, and just explore your connection and get to know it. I'm going to leave you with the dragon for quite some time with the gongs so that you can really explore. And just if you lose focus, which the majority of us will lose focus at some point during that journey, then just bring it back. I'm journeying to meet the spirit of my dragon, reconnect to the visualization or the connection that you have in some way with your dragon, and just continue the flow. I will then call you backwards all the way up through that tunnel, back through the sky, back into your body, and then I will close the ceremonial circle at that point before I leave you to reflect and journal on whatever came through for you. Okay, so almost ready to begin. Just take a few more sips of my lovely tea. So thinking about a place in nature, you can make yourself super comfortable. And I will begin. You might want to sit up supported if you tend to go to sleep during these gong bars, during these journeys, and you want to remember everything. However, it's absolutely fine if you just want to rest and relax and do end up falling asleep. Just trust that your subconscious is guiding you and doing whatever it needs to in that landscape, okay? So let's begin. I'm going to start to wake up the gongs while you get super comfortable and you start to take some long, deep breaths. And as you're breathing long and deep, you start to tune in to the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps you to rest and digest your cacao. Now let's start to tune into our physical body and give it permission to rest a little more. Tuning into the forehead, softening the muscles around the forehead and the eyes. Relaxing those eyelids so they feel really heavy. They just can't be bothered to open. Relaxing down into the cheeks and the mouth and the jaw, the tongue, softening from the tip to all the way down to the root. Relaxing further into the neck, the muscles either side of the spine, at the back of the neck, the muscles of the side and the front of the neck too. Let them soften and relax. We're going to relax down through the arms now, the forearms, the hands and the fingers. Just letting your arms be completely loose and limp, allowing them to be comfortable. Relaxing down through the spine now, the muscles either side of the spine, across the back, the top of the back, reaching through the rib cage, round to the front as well, into the chest. Relaxing even deeper, down through the back, the middle of the back, down through the lower back. Relaxing at the front of the body too, through the abdominal muscles, allowing your belly to soften so that your breath expands into your belly. Feeling your breath stretching out into your chest, into your belly, and all the way into your lower back too. Making space to receive the medicine of the cacao as you breathe and soften. Relaxing into the hips, the pelvis, down into the thighs. Through the knees, into the calves and the shins. Through the ankles, into the feet. And all the way to the tips of your toes. We're going to start to awaken our third eye consciousness. We're going to do that by imagining that there's a tiny point of pure white light in the center of our mind. It might also help to imagine that your mind is completely empty like a void of space. That little white light right in the center of your mind, behind your eyes and between your ears, starts to get bigger and brighter. It's a bit like a shooting star coming through space towards you. It gets bigger and brighter and bigger and brighter. And it starts to fill up the whole of your mind. Allow it to expand into that space now. Allow it to fill up the whole of your mind and start to expand out into the rest of your physical body. Moving into the features of your face, moving into your hair, your neck, your shoulders. Like a river of white fire, it starts to move through you, through your arms, into your fingers, down through your chest and your back, into your abdomen, your lower abdomen, all the way through the center of the torso too, cleansing the organs of the body. All the way down through the lower abdomen into the pelvis. Down through the hips into the thighs, the calves, the shins, the ankles, the feet and the toes. Imagining this white light expanding outwards. So let's take it out. First of all, just to fill up our aura. Do you remember we cleansed our aura earlier? And it was about an arm's length around us. So we're filling up a space around us, about an arm's length away, like we're in a bubble of white light now. Now I want you to fill up the room that you're in. If you're working inside and you're in a room, fill the whole room up with your white light. Blessed to be working outdoors, then you can fill up a few meters more around you. Now I want you to expand your energy field even more. First of all, just a mile wide, so that you're connecting with the world around you a little bit, the local landscape, connecting in with the plants and the trees, the animals, the earth and the sky. Connecting with the elements of earth, air, fire and water in this space. Now we're going to expand it to completely surround Mama Earth. Let's give Mama Earth a hug and imagine that we're wrapping our loving arms around the whole earth now with this beautiful pure white light. And as we give Mama Earth a hug, we can raise the vibration of this planet. We can bring love and light to everything, every being, every landscape, every plant, every animal. Everybody that's suffering, we can just relieve their suffering a tiny bit. Would be such a blessing if we were able to do that. So let's imagine we are. Let's send out the positive intention to raise the vibration of this planet. And give Mama Earth a hug too. To love our Mama. Now it's time for us to start to bring our energy back so we can go on that magical journey into the lower realm or the inner realm to meet our dragon spirit. So let's start to call the energy back, putting it back to the mile-wide landscape around you, connecting in with the local area. Now putting it back into the room that you're in, just becoming a little bit more aware of the space that you're in, the objects, the people or the plants or maybe the pets that you have with you today. Now I want you to pull it back into your aura, so it's just you inside that egg or sphere of energy around you. Now I want you to pull it back into your body, so that you're beginning and ending with your skin. That consciousness coming back to your skin. Now putting it all the way back into your mind's eye, so it is just the tiny point of pure white light in your mind's eye now. Now I want you to remember that place in nature. Where would you like to go? You might choose a forest, you might choose a garden, you might choose a mountain, you might choose a beach or somewhere else entirely. So think of a place in nature, in real life, a place that does exist, where we can use our imagination to access the awareness of that place. And let's imagine that the little white light inside our mind is now flying out through the crown chakra, dancing around the room before it leaves through a window or a door, and it starts to travel towards your place in nature. As you fly up, you're scooped up by golden mist, which protects you and guides you. And you feel as if you're wrapped up in the protective wings of an angel. And you journey across the fields, across the farms, the urban environment, the countryside, across forests, across rivers. Perhaps you're traveling across oceans and mountain ranges, deserts and jungles. Now, as you start to see the place where you want to land coming into view more clearly, you start to descend into it. And as you start to descend into this landscape, you feel yourself touching the ground, your feet touch the earth. You notice the texture of the earth beneath your feet. Perhaps you're standing on a rock or a grassy place, a place that's covered in sand or leaves, just noticing the texture and the temperature of the ground beneath your feet. And the golden mist subsides and you start to become more aware of the area that you've landed in more fully, the temperature of the air against your skin here, the aspects of the landscape that are important to you, whether you're on a mountain or in a forest or somewhere else. And now you look around for a way to go down. Now this place, this way to go down might be really obvious, but don't worry if it's not. We are using our imagination, and so you can make it up. So let's do that. Let's choose how we're going to travel down. For me, I work from a wood, a forest, and I travel through a hole at the base of a tree. So find your portal now, wherever it is. And on the count of 3, we're all going to dive down. So let's state our intention before we go. It's always good to be clear about your intention. Just like when you go shopping, you take your list or you forget what you were supposed to get. So our intention is to go into the lower realm, to connect with the spirit of a dragon that can assist us at this time in our lives. A dragon that's uniquely aligned with us and our energy. And now we'll count to 3 and we'll dive through that tunnel. 1, 2, 3. Let's go through the portal. And we start to travel down and round, deeper and deeper into that lower realm landscape now. You start to feel your consciousness shift with the move as you go deeper, with the anticipation of knowing that when you get into the lower realm landscape fully, you're going to connect with your dragon. Almost there, feeling ourselves falling deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. And now we're landing in the lower realm landscape with our feet on the ground. We sense the temperature of this place. Now notice whether you're in a dark place or a light landscape. Often we land in dark places when we land in the lower realm, and this is okay. We can create light, we can light a candle or turn on a torch. Or perhaps you can see there's a light at the end of a tunnel and you want to walk towards that light that will lead into the lower realm landscape. Now I want you to begin to call for your dragon guide. I'm calling for my dragon guide, calling for my dragon guide, calling for my dragon guide. Your dragon may come immediately. But that's okay if they don't. Maybe they're shy. Maybe they're asleep. So just tune in and keep calling. You can go for a little wander if you wish to. If another being shows up, it could be a spirit animal, or a spirit guide, or another mythical being, you can connect with them and ask them, do you know where my dragon is? Are you here to guide me today on this journey to meet with my dragon? In the lower realm, occasionally we meet tricksters. They're also there to teach us lessons. But if we want to avoid the experience and just work with a little more ease, we can always just check and ask 3 times. Are you my guide? Are you my guide? Are you my guide? Or whatever else you need to ask 3 times to get the authentic truth. Have to answer truthfully on the 3rd question. So always remembering the rule of 3 to help you. Now as you connect with your dragon spirits today, you can ask them what special qualities they have, what you can learn about them. How do they live their lives? What do they like to do? What kind of games do they like to play? Have some fun with your dragon. And if you have any specific intentions today, maybe you're asking for healing, maybe you're asking for wisdom to navigate the year ahead, and also you can spend some time tuning in to those questions and looking for answers. And perhaps you could call in more than one dragon today if you wish to. Maybe there's another dragon that you'd like to meet with. That's all good. So now I'm going to let you have fun with your dragons, and I'll call you back at the end, so that we're journeying together and coming home together. And I'll see you soon. To connecting with our dragon in a different way, where we offer ourselves in service to this relationship, because all the best relationships are reciprocal. We give and take in equal measure, and so offer yourself in service to your dragon friend or whoever you're working with today, and just invite in the opportunity to be helpful. Perhaps they would like you to make an offering for them. Perhaps they would like you to visit them more often, or call them up into the middle realm where they can work with you, connect with you, and guide your path in the physical realm. So just asking that question now, how may I be of service? Thanking your dragon now and whoever you're working with, because it's time for us to make the journey home, bringing the wisdom, bringing the insight, the experience in whichever way it unfolded for you back to our everyday lives, so that we can reflect and learn a little more in that reflection process. So if you've been guided on your journey, you can ask your guide to help you to find your way home, coming back now, all the way back through the lower realm landscape, till you come back to the portal, the place where you first entered this realm. Now finding yourself at the base of the portal, I want you to start to feel yourself being pulled home, pulling up and round and up and round. You start to raise your consciousness higher and higher as you reach through the layers of the rocks, the crystal caves, through the roots of trees, and then popping out through the crust of the earth into the natural realm, the middle realm, where we all live. Now the golden mist is waiting for you, and it scoops you up and it starts to carry you home across the landscapes of the earth, across the rivers, the roads, the farms and the factories, the urban environments, the countryside, maybe across mountains and jungles and oceans, all the way back to the place where your body is resting. You see the place where your body is resting coming into view now, and you start to move towards that place, descending into it gently, coming down. As you come into the place where your body is resting, the golden mist subsides. You come back through the crown chakra into your body. Welcome home, everyone. And now, as you're coming back into your body, have a stretch, take some deep breaths. Start to feel where you begin and end again physically. When we journey with our imagination, we can lose that sense. We can become quite numb. Sometimes we feel really heavy or floaty. Also, Mama Cacao will have been doing her work within you, so just noticing how you're feeling right now. And that might also relate to the dosage that you took, whether you took a big dose or a light dose. Just tuning into how you're feeling, the energy within your body, where you feel open, where you feel closed, how the story has changed for you, how the feelings within you have changed. Do you feel hopeful? Do you feel more aware? Do you feel really sleepy now? Or super awake and excited? Just noticing all of those things. Now, in a moment, I'm going to leave you to journal, to reflect on what's been going on for you this evening. I'd love it if you shared a little bit of your journey with me, either through the comments underneath this YouTube video. It helps me to reflect and review. But also you can get in touch with me privately through Instagram, through Facebook, through email, all of the many portals that we connect with these days. They're all open. And I'd love to know how you got on. But we need to close before we leave each other. So I will take my rattle this time and I will shake my rattle in all the different directions, saying goodbye to everybody. So let me begin in the east. Tune in with me as we release everybody that joined us today. We release the dawn, the rising sun, the fire element, the new beginning. We release our dragon friends and condor and eagle. Thank you for joining us. Aho! Connecting in with our friends in the south. We release the water, the flow of life, the day, the warmth of the sun, and snake. Thank you for joining us today. We release you. Aho! Connecting in with our friends in the west. We thank you for joining us. We thank the dusk, the setting sun. We thank the spirit of Jaguar and our dragon friends who come to this place. We thank you for showing us the dreams that we dare to dream. Beloved ones, we release you. Aho! Connecting in with our friends in the north, we thank the night and the bright moon shining, the air and clarity of thought. We thank Hummingbird and our ancestors. Thank you for showing us the way. Thank you for the connection today, and we release you. Aho! Coming down again and humbling ourselves as we connect in with the earth. We thank Mama Earth and all our earth relations, and we release you. Connecting in with the sky realm, we thank Father Sky for protecting us from the void of space, and we release you. And we thank Grandmother Moon and Grandfather Sun and the star nations, the cosmic realm relations. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. And of course, Great Spirit, you who have 1,000 names yet are still the unnameable one, we thank you so much for joining us in ceremony today, and we release you. Now I release you too from this ceremony. I would also like to remind you to like and subscribe this channel so that you can stay updated with the new offerings that are coming out, and also helping me to share the blessings of Cacao Ceremony for free online with you every new moon. It's been a joy working with you. I hope that Dragon came through for you and you learned a lot and you healed in some way. And get in touch. I look forward to seeing you next time for our new moon ceremonies. Goodbye.